All right, Pokemon Go players, welcome back to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is July 12th, 2023. I'm your host, Christopher Giles, with my co-host, Lewis. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm sleepy as hell. I think Drowsy finally got to me today.
Dude, it's later than usual. It's been a hot week.
It's it,
We've
it's it's
been
Jig,
struggling.
it's Jigglypuff, singing me a song of the people today. It's like trying to make me go to sleep today.
Put all the markers away.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. How you been, brother? It's been a week.
It's been a great week. Honestly, it's been a good week to celebrate 7 years of Pokemon Go too.
Yes, definitely. It's been quite a week for everybody. I mean, we definitely have been celebrating since last podcast when it started. When I guess it did. I don't know when it too. Anyways, but it's almost the end of celebration, and we're moving on once again to how the summer will go. But things, it is what it is when it comes down to it. It's been an amazing week of a lot of starters, so a lot of Pokeballs have been wasted today. When it comes down to it, well, we are here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as everybody else. Don't forget to check us out, professornetwork.com/Purified Podcast. Wonderful people to work with every single time. Professor Network, thank you for all you do. Arigato gozaimasu. Continue on. But yeah, I guess it's time to recap a few things from here on out. It's this week has been crazy. So, how about you get us started, brother?
All right. I know there was a lot to hunt. I don't think I got too many of my chases. But I can't complain because it was just fun being out, honestly. Let me just double check. I'm actually gonna add in extra small and extra larges.
I guess they're important now.
Out like crazy.
They're important too,
Yeah.
I guess, at this point.
Yeah, looking at the future, yeah. I'm just gonna mention the more exciting things. But I started this week with a shiny Patrat. Always cool to see that. I love the blue eyes. Got a 1963 shiny Absol. Probably gonna trade that to somebody. I already have a good IV one that I got from a raid a while ago.
I got the shot.
No, it's a shiny 96 for me.
I'm saying I got the shot.
I know. Very jealous. Got a shiny Zapdos that I remoted. Was pretty happy with that. We did the Calm Day, so I got all those guys. On the Calm Day, I lucky traded a shiny Lugia because we were having trouble agreeing on something, but I know Lugia is a pretty easy one. Man gets the 15, 14, 15. I get the 13, 15, 15.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. Honestly, was pretty nice. Got a second a second extra large Axu. I think that one's kind of interesting. And I was very excited for the XXL Litten that we found today. And during the raid hour, there was like barely any Moltres, but we did secure a shiny Articuno over here, so I was pretty happy with that.
Oh, you got a yeah, you did get a shiny Articuno too that today.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I got, other than like some other miscellaneous extra larges. Nothing too crazy other than that.
Well, it's really going to be
yeah,
it's going to be really interesting how the XXL and XXL small really is going to pan out in the future. Also, because what
I'm worried about is if it's like Squirtle, where you have to keep it a baby for it to count too. Like, think about how many people evolved like a Charmander to Charizard because it's extra large or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, oh yeah, this is a Charmander contest, not a Charizard contest.
Yeah. It depends on a lot of different variables. I told you, Drowsy's already here. Okay.
He's striking.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, it's a lot of variables when it comes down to it.
What you got?
What I got, really. Let's start with the Hondos. I got one Hondo. Chris is jealous. He's like, what did I say? No, but I got the only Hundo of
Oh,
today is the Shackle. Chris definitely would have wanted to be a Shando. If I would have gotten the Shando, he would have screamed the hell out.
my master.
Oh, goodness. I did talk about the Carbonite last time, so that's nothing new. So one Hondo only. As for shinies, let's see. I got a lot of them with traded, so I'm going to take away the traded ones, actually.
Yeah, I do gotta mention a little bit of my haul from Com Day.
Yeah. So I did get that 9, 10, 10 shiny Squirtles. Two of them were for the sunglasses one, so that's very good. I also, for some reason, hatched a shiny Magby, which that was a weird hatch out of community today, but we'll take those, I guess. And I also
Always
got
take
a
those.
right, and I also got a shiny Articuno too. So, yeah, that's my whole XXL is small. I am keeping a few here and there, not getting every single one of them that I'm looking for, because space is a thing. But yeah, I'm keeping a little bit of XX small and XS large. I got an XS small Absol, which is tiny as hell. I also got an XS small Sora, which usually you don't get this XS small version of it.
No, I don't know why it always says that the Pokemon they're mimicking is extra small unless they're trying to tell you it's a Zora.
I think it's because of the Pokemon itself cannot be super big in the map when at its regular size or something like that. I don't know. It begs the question. XS large, I did good. Told you, drowsy. I got a few Froakies and Squirtles. That's a big squirrel, actually. I don't think it's as big as the one that I usually put in contests anymore. But we'll see when it comes down to it, because contests are not over. And we'll contests, showcases, right? That's how we look into it.
Yeah, showcase, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go more into detail when it comes down to it. But that's about it. I really didn't get a lot to talk about. Or you got way better than Hall. I mean, what else did you get during community today?
Yeah, Pure Letter and I got to play a little bit for Com Day. He had to leave a little bit early. But while we were together, we got some good shinies. We were walking around. I was able to secure a shiny costume, and we were talking about what we thought the Hundo CP was based on the quest. And we were like, "Oh, it's 410. No, it's lower. It's maybe 406." And then I got a 405 after we got a 403 that was a 98, and I was like, "Guys, I think I found the Hundo."
Yeah, I remember that.
So I caught a Hundo costume Squirtle. Got a few more regular Squirtles, and then I got a second Hundo costume Squirtle, and secured a few more costume shinies because a few of my friends wanted one but couldn't play. So I was like, I gotta get more, or else I'm gonna be out of luck and out of shiny Squirtles with costumes. And I was able to get a 403 15 14 15 shiny
God.
Squirtle with the costume. I was like, are you kidding me?
It couldn't be the Shanda. It couldn't be any other Hondas you got, you know?
It was so close. But yeah, it's super exciting. That is easily my favorite catch of the day over the Hondos for sure.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we can just look forward to the next Com Day, have some more experiences like that.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, this one was special because it's something that it was vastly unavailable for a lot of people after the normal community day where Squirtle was
Very
featured.
unique.
We did have the Ed Sheeran event, but I didn't feel like that was actually just necessary when it came down to it. You had to really grind for it in the future. So it was a thing. So I know people were really excited. I did see a lot of people actually going out. We had a nice little group together to go out. We did do a golden lore party right before community day.
It gave like almost double what we got the first time we did.
Oh yeah, I think we have like at least an extra 400 coins just from that half an hour alone, and that was actually pretty crazy. One of our friends who is actually in the chat right now, how you doing, Zach and Papercut, got a shiny Pancham. So
first egg he hatched.
Oh my goodness, it's like
on Squirtle.
It's crazy. So some other people here they're actually saying they got a Halucha and things like that. That's crazy, brother. Man, Halucha will be a different Pokemon, but I don't think it's viable right now, like super powerful right now. just because it got like nerf earlier today, early in this release. But yeah, no, that's basically it. Community Day, 7-year anniversary, 7-week anniversary. Lots to look forward to, regardless of how it is. But it had, an interesting week. We went over every single one of the bonuses last time, and I think they were good. I think they were really good. I don't know why they had to put the half distance with a quarter hash distance during Community Day Classic. They could at least, space those out, but of course they put it all in the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. It was kind of weird though.
So regardless of how it may look like, it still is a pretty good week with Community Day Classic and everything. Chris did say, they mentioned that I actually had to leave early because I had to take care of a few other things. So I was only able to play for like the good hour after Community Day started. Hour or 2 hours? I think I played like an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, but I had to get home and get things done. But after the day, I was like destroyed. Luckily, I had like an extra day here and there.
It was hot. Yeah.
It was hot. Yeah, it's summer. It is fullest and it's crazy. It's getting worse and worse by the minute. Regardless, let's get into today's research topics of the day before we move on. Or I guess we're moving on. I don't know. I'm too tired, guys. Let's go over showcases, which it is something that we did mention. It was coming through Pokemon Go earlier last week. We had some interesting things happening. The funny thing is like it came out like right at the start of the 7-year anniversary event for one day, and then it got taken away for a couple of days afterwards. We're like, what the hell? We were able to get a little bit of an insight of how they work. So basically, most of the showcases will feature one Pokemon throughout, I guess, an event or throughout a specific time period or things like that. Usually, it depends on how the contest will work. This time was your biggest Squirtle, I think.
Yeah.
And from there, you actually had to, of course, show off to everybody. Ooh. Jeez, okay. Show out to everybody how it works. So it takes place on Pokestops. It's saying only selected ones. However, where those Pokestops you would see a showcase or something like that, it will be the same Pokestop for every single showcase moving forward. So it's like already an EX Pokestop, I guess I should say, or a sponsored Pokestop when it comes down to it. However, it will not be in every single one. It'll only be a certain ones. And there's only a limited amount of how many we can actually bring to the party. Now, usually you put the Pokemon in there and then basically done. You can still do whatever you want with that Pokemon until the end of the showcase. You can even transfer if you want to. You can still use it through the showcase, however it might look like. There is 2 glitches right now that the game doesn't allow you to do. So number one is to be able to exchange the showcase Pokemon that you are already presenting. So let's say you had a rank 1 when you put it in, and then you went all the way to 15 because of like 50 other people going through. Which right now the max I think is like 50 people per showcase, which is insane.
50 it says, yeah.
And then it seemed interesting how to say the least. You're supposed to be able to exchange the Pokemon from the showcase anywhere that you want to, so long as you are active in that showcase itself. But once you actually reach the maximum amount of showcases, it doesn't let you exchange any of the Pokemon you have in any of the showcases. So if you reach the maximum of showcases, which right now it's only 3, the videos and everything else show that you can do more in the future. It just seems that it's something they're gonna fix, and they're aware of this problem, so they're gonna fix it hopefully in the next update coming soon. I think it's actually already rolling out, so it really depends. But yeah, so it's all competing through the biggest Pokemon. It will tell you if the Pokemon is like a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star for the showcase. Switching Pokemon, checking your mark or your rank. Sorry. If you go to the debut, you can go all the way down. You can see what Pokemon you entered in showcases. Right now it's empty because the last showcase was actually activated and finished by the end of the day of the event. And then if you win a certain amount of showcases, you win a medal and some items. Actually, Chris and I ranked 1 in our own showcases. And we got a couple of extra items. I think I got a mostly lure module and a glacier module. Chris, what you got?
Yeah, I'm seeing if I can see it in the journal too. I don't think you can. but I do know I got a glacier lure, an incense, and an incubator, and then like 3,000 stardust. I had a rank 1, rank 3, and then like a rank 16.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it almost felt like, at least for this, it would have almost been better to put in your Pokemon later, because you would have had more chances at getting that extra large, since we weren't able to change it or anything. I will say we didn't really see a lot of size differences on Com Day though.
No, we didn't. I don't know if I think I only have already one Squirtle, but it wasn't from the community today or something. That is like extra large or something like that. Chris has the shadow, so for some reason that wins every battle.
Dude, I had a shadow extra large. That
Yeah,
was my king.
yeah, that was your kin throughout most showcases. And it shows you points and rankings of your Pokemon as soon as you actually enter them. So you can know, and you actually are able to go through your storage too once you enter a showcase of that specific Pokemon. If you say you want to exchange that, you'll be able to see like the pointage of each Pokemon that you have for that specific Pokemon contest, and it will tell you if it's bigger or smaller, or it earns more points and things like that. So it's interesting, and to say the least. And of course, we have a brand new medal in the game. It is now the Showcase Star. If you win 10, you get the bronze one. I'm sorry, if you win 1, you get the bronze one. If you win 10, you get the silver one, 50, and then 100 for platinum. And it actually does tell you the completed challenges. It shows you
Really?
which Pokestop are you actually won the contest itself.
That's actually really cool. I do like that.
Yeah. Again, once that is over, they give you the rewards. We get some pretty cool rewards, and then showcases are offline until further notice. They will let us know when and showcases are now back again later, and how they're really gonna work later on, because it's a cool mechanic. I think it actually brings depth to how the Pokemon the actual ability to showcase your Pokemon's things are. I just want to know how much farther they can go with this, because it feels like the moment they put in a Pokemon for the showcase, they'd be like, okay, so this is the one that you guys can use here and that. But what if not everybody has the same Pokemon? Or everybody's not able to do it, so they're kind of like locked out of the showcase regardless, you know. And even getting rank 1 means that we're actually gonna have to grind for the XX large and XX small when it comes down to it.
Yeah, in my opinion, if you're trying to get the high ranks and you're worried about people kicking you out of that top rank, try to find Pokestop showcase areas where there aren't a lot of people going to. Like
So
Pure
rural,
Lighter said, yeah. Like, honestly, the rural players actually have a hand.
right?
They
Yeah,
actually got a high point here.
yeah,
So yeah, you want to go to Pokestops where you're not getting that much traffic, so you got to compete with less people.
correct. Now there is one pro and con when it came down to this. The pro is that, of course, the rural players have the advantage. If you just go to a showcase that barely gets any activity or doesn't see anything, then yeah, you can put your Pokemon and you basically get rank number 1. Technically, that's what I did. I believe this first time around, for some reason, I didn't win. I was in second place, and then looks like the second time around, I won it just because of how it was. Nobody else actually showed out of the showcase, so that was interesting. But then there is a con to it, and then the worst part of when it comes down to it, I think, is because of the populated areas. A lot of people, a lot of the spoofers are really reaching out to those Pokestops specifically, and then just dropping Pokemon here and there. And unfortunately, it fills them up, because I think the maximum amount of people that we said, it was either 50 or 200 participants when it comes down to it.
Yeah, they put 50 on their little blurb, but
Block.
it might it might have been less, but I think the max should be 50.
Yeah, so it kind of just, it's the unfortunate part that the advantages are mostly for the spoofers, and we don't really talk about spoofers here because, again, we don't really like when people do spoof. However, whatever you do is up to you. We don't really care about it when it comes down to it.
It's your playstyle at
It's
the end of the day.
Yes, but it kind of breaks the point. I mean, if you do it on a random Pokestop, that makes sense, because nobody else will probably actually use it. But if you do it on a Pokestop that's like filled with other people who do the same thing, it gets the worst when it comes into the NA. So, yeah, I guess
I will say nobody really knew that they would get stuck with only 3 this time. So
Right. So I guess when we don't. But anyways, regardless of how it may be, it seems like a good mechanic. I think again it gives a depth to a few things. Our storage are once again going to be like a handful of XXL small and XXL large, regardless of IVs and everything. But I kind of want to see like how good the rankings are. I mean, you got your Shadow XX large Squirtle, and that thing like dominated the entire thing because we had like 15 to 20 people in that showcase.
yeah, it does make you think how much points do they award for something being shadow, shiny, how heavy, you know.
So I guess we guys really got to look for the for the Shando's XX large,
Something
right?
that makes it unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do think it adds points for that.
I think so too. And costumes and all that stuff also makes a big difference when it comes down
Yes.
to it.
Yes, because I do think the costume one I put in actually was the one that got me rank 3.
There you go. See, that's a few things that we just gotta take into account. It still feels like a trial period. Hopefully
Oh,
they
yeah.
will fix it and things like that and see how it goes for the next few months. But we're gonna get back to this mostly because the rewards are amazing. Again, the rural players really do have the advantage if once you actually get into a Pokestop, they don't have a lot of people playing, or if the spoofers can really get them at this point. It's more like you'll be able to get those items, premium items, like lore modules, alky eggs, incubators, things that you usually wouldn't be able to get on a normal daily basis, or premium items that you have to buy regardless. So it's kind of one of those things that actually does help in the future. And I just noticed that Chris, you got a beard too. It's like my man is growing up.
Poquito.
Poquito. Want to show it to Yuli or something? But yeah, that's when it came down to it in the end of the day. But it's still, we'll keep an eye on how Showcase really work moving forward. And we'll let you guys know how in each one of the showcases really worked out in the end of the day. Chris is interested about something. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, it is, as you guys know, it has been Pokemon Go's 7th anniversary, and I was just looking through all the events that they wanted to talk about. So, trainers, no matter when you started your Pokemon Go journey, we couldn't be more excited to celebrate our 7th anniversary with you. We've been overjoyed seeing trainers from across the world and all walks of life come together with their passion for exploring, catching, battling, making new friends, and learning more about Pokemon over the last 7 years. We've also continued to grow Pokemon Go with features, events, new ways to discover Pokemon, and more. Here are a few of our favorites from the past year, and I was reading through a few of these; they were pretty good. Team Go Rocket's latest scheme, Shadow Raids. We all love those. Glittering Gimmighoul coins. Powerful Primal Reversion. Pokemon sizes from extra extra small to extra extra large. We'll take them. Regional Scatterbug and Pavilion patterns from postcards. Otherworldly Ultra Beast raids. And daily adventures with daily adventure incense. I honestly, it feels like they've been out longer. I'm super glad they added those.
I think we're getting closer to the 1 year anniversary of those actually,
Yeah,
because the daily adventure instance actually came out right after GoFest, like literally the day after GoFest Seattle.
yeah, they might be right on the brink. We hope that you'll keep taking us along for the ride wherever your future journeys take you. And we're also excited to share this year's anniversary art. If you guys haven't seen it, it's really cool. They got Gimmighoul, Mega Rayquaza, and a bunch of other really cool Pokemon just all partying. And of course, they got to tease everyone because they got a Kecleon sitting on one of the golden on one of the golden Pokestops. You know everyone needs that right now.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, the artwork's actually pretty cool. We do have a lot of teasers from that artwork alone. Just like Rick has mentioned, Hisuian, Gudra. We have, I think, somewhere around here there was also Hisuian Ligigat. I can't remember what it is. We do have the Paldea starters here instead of the actual Galar starters. It feels like we skipped a generation with this, but again, a lot of the things that whenever they show on this traditional yearly posters either come through or don't come through when it comes down to it. I finally found the list they got, actually.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Yeah, we got Cordovan. We have a couple of extra Ultra Beasts, Goldengo, Alcremie, Mimikyu, which I feel like now that's going to come during, Halloween. The Snorlax with the hat, which we'll talk about in just a few moments. Mega Tyranitar, Mega Rayquaza. There's a few other things that actually that people don't actually see or when they look this kind of thing, but in the background, in the big screens, you see the Altaria and Ninetales. That is actually the final Pokemons on the final Battle of Worlds last year. From Dancing Ruff to whoever was the other competitor, which I'm sorry if I forgot your name, guys. But Dancing Ruff was the one who actually won, of course, the World Championships last year. And Ninetales was its ace final Pokemon in the battle. So it's kind of cool that they actually recreated that in the artwork and things like that. So it kind of makes sense. Yeah, it looks pretty cool regardless. Mega Charizard X, Diancie, which we know. Murkrow, which looks like Murkrow's going to be a part of another event soon or later. But we've seen so many things. Paldea, Wooper, which I know a lot of people will be hyped about once it comes out. And XX small, XX large Pokemons like that in the end of the day. So, and one of the Pokemons that a lot of people don't actually mention is because it's right next to the starters. It's Zygarde, 10% Zygarde. It's actually there too, which is the doggo one.
You see the Hatterny?
Yeah, I see the Hatterny too. It's right there on the Goldengo. That's actually pretty good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But I really do like this. I really do like this, I guess I should say. This artwork, regardless of how it looks like.
Yeah, it feels like this one has a lot more Pokemon than the last one did.
Yeah, it feels like that too.
Be wrong, though.
It depends when you look at it in the end of the day. I was actually looking through my Pokemons real quick, and I can't remember when I went to Gophis. I think that's Gophis Pokemon. Starly. Oh, there it is. So Gophis was July 23rd. 24th will probably be the last one because this was the day that I play. And or did I play on Sunday? I can't remember. There's the Snorlax too. But yeah, so the last Pokemon's in here, and they are so Daily Adventures Instance is actually coming up. It's 1 year anniversary now that I think about it. It's actually coming out next week. And it's been a full year since this came out because, again, it came out really right after Gophis ended. Everybody was like going like, what the heck is this? What are we doing? Things like that. And it looked pretty cool regardless of how it looks like. And now, of course, we're here. 1 year and only one burr in my inventory.
Yeah. Sooner or later, the catch rate's got to get better.
God. Oh, yeah, I did see a Moltres today from the extended daily instance.
Pure's like, I'm not throwing a Master Ball at one I already caught, which is a really good argument.
Mm-hmm. If it wouldn't been Zapdos, like my priority is Zapdos Articuno, even though Articuno is my team, but still, Zapdos is the cooler one of the three for me at least. So,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So. But Zapdos Articuno, that's the list that goes on. It will really depend if we actually get another Master Ball before the end of next year or something like that, but you never know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is, of course, the 7-year anniversary, how things have gone. Onwards to more years, hopefully 10 in the future. We'll see how it goes. But it's time to talk about a brand new event happening in the next few days, actually. Celebrate the upcoming release of the Pokemon Go Plus with the Catching Some Z's event. I'm actually going to drop to my bed right now. Chris, you can go ahead and talk about all this now.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is basically an event made for Pure Lighter.
Bro, if I can sleep right now, I would, and I will actually play this game for the full. So when is it starting? Saturday, July 15, which is literally this Saturday at 10 a.m. to Sunday, July 16 at 8 p.m. So it's technically a close to a 24-hour, 48-hour event, but it is only during the weekend. The Pokemon debuts for this event will be Kamala, the Drowsing Pokemon, will make its Pokemon Go debut. Kamala being a normal type Pokemon, cutie little koala Pokemon in regardless to it. And then Snorlax wearing a nightcat will also be making his Pokemon Go debut. You can complete special research stacks to encounter it. And if you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny one. So special research. I don't know if it's going to be research, but we'll see how it goes. So the special research using the Pokemon Go Plus Plus will let you play Pokemon Go without staring at your phone. Just we know. Using the auto throw function, you'll be able to automatically throw Pokeballs at wild Pokemons, while the auto spin function automatically spins Pokestops. You can also adjust the settings to switch between throwing Great Balls and Ultra Balls, which we know that is an amazing thing for us players and grinders. After you pair the Pokemon Go Plus Plus with Pokemon Go, you'll be able to take on a special research that leads to an encounter with Snorlax wearing a nightcap. This Snorlax looks like we're sleeping so soundly. We can hope to catch it in mix its own nap super nicer. Ooh. Yeah, sorry I'm making my way to sleep, brother.
You're getting too excited.
I know, right? It's like I'm ready to hit the bed for you. You can also use the Pokemon Go Plus Plus to easily track your sleep with Pokemon Sleep. Just press the button, set the button to place it by your pillow. I know, right? How you doing, guy? Connecting your Pokemon Plus Plus to Pokemon Go will allow you to enjoy some new features based on your sleep data. And then, of course, we can go to the website to go out with the Plus Plus. We can go on those things. Trainers may have additional opportunities to encounter Snorlax wearing a cap in the future. Stay tuned. The special research will continue to be available and can be claimed after catching some Seas event ends. So basically, anytime you actually connect your Pokemon Go Plus Plus, you only get one research, but you can actually let other people actually use it if they wanted to. Mm-hmm. So that's interesting. The following Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild: Jigglypuff, Abra, Drowsy, which is like my main guy right here, Snorlax, Mareep, Teddiursa, Slakoth, and Wooloo in the wild.
A lot of people hyped for that Wooloo.
Yeah, they are super excited. What's the price on the Pokemon Plus? I believe right now it's like $58 in Best Buy or something like that. Plus tax or something like that. But yeah, you basically can just get it from Best Buy. You can pre-order it right now. I'm sure a lot of people will be excited about that. Some trainers may even encounter the following Pokemon: Munna, which is also shiny available, and Kamala, which is not shiny available.
Yeah, it should be approximately $55 depending on where you go.
And tax, but yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty good. Then 1-star race, we have Abra, Galarian, Slowpoke, and Drowsy. My man is just like all over the place. 3-star race, Gloom, Snorlax, Delcatty, and Swallow. Kind of interesting why those Pokemon in the 3-star race. I can understand Snorlax. I don't know everything else. And if you want to wake up, Regieleki will also be part of the 5-star race throughout the duration of this event and throughout the duration of the week, which is starting tomorrow. Mega race will have Mega Blaziken. So if you really want to fight out the sleep, you get some items from there. New items: the Snorlax parent Nightcap will be available at the shop at no cost. Even after the event ends. And then you also have the Snorlax onesie. I think you have to purchase this one. Everybody wants that for some reason. And some new stickers for the event. So start spinning some Pokestops. It says new stickers will be available to trainers who connect the Pokemon Plus Plus to their Pokemon Go account and track their sleep for at least 90 minutes each day. Bro, 90 minutes is not enough. I need like 10 hours. I can sleep for 10 hours if I want to, brother. I can definitely do that.
Are they implying it only work for that period of time when the game's closed too?
It depends on how Pokemon Sleep works, but I think the game is also coming out like this weekend, so that's actually pretty cool. But Pokemon Plus Plus will have it ready to go. Special research too. I'm getting mine on Friday, if not any earlier than that, tomorrow. So I'll fail in that lab. It's only 4 to 5 hours. I'll fail asleep. That's
yeah.
Oh, how about this? We do have some information for Pokemon Sleep because a lot of people are actually being able to test it out in the last few days. There is shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Sleep. That grind continues even in your sleep. So even if you fail, you need to sleep.
I definitely think it makes it more exciting. I am curious how many people's sleeping habits get better or worse from it. Yeah. I'm assuming they've tested it to where it's supposed to make it better though.
Yeah, and that it really is a lot of factors to come with it. Pokemon Sleep, it's not really the only thing that connects Pokemon Sleep with Pokemon Go is the Pokemon Plus Plus. Niantic was supposed to be the one developing it, which I'm glad they didn't, I guess. Mostly for the reason that they kind of just gave them the idea, and then another company is actually working on Sleep. Now, I'm not entirely sure, not 100% on this, how this really works, but we'll see. Keep an eye out for those sleeping schedules and those streams, time to sleep 8 hours a day to get, shiny Pokemons and all that. On stream. By the way, I'm gonna go to sleep. You go talk about the next event. How about that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The next event is right around the corner, and a lot of people are excited for it. July 2023 Community Day is going to be Poliwag. You might be asking yourself, why Poliwag? Yeah, I don't know. Uh, Sunday, July 30th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. The tadpole Pokemon will be featured during the July Community Day, right at the end, pretty much. So Poliwag's going to be all over the place. If you don't know, it has a split evolution. So the featured attack for Poliwrath is going to be Counter. So if you evolve all the way to Poliwrath during the time period, you're going to get a Poliwrath with Counter. And that does go a bit after, so we'll mention that time. I believe it goes till 7, but I just want to double check later on. Politoed is the other branching evolution, and if you evolve to Politoed, you get Ice Beam. If you are not sure on the ranking in like Ultra League, Great League, Master League, I do recommend using IV checkers or typing in the IVs on the different calculators online and finding out the rank. Or if you already have a really good one, after this you'll be able to use elite TMs, elite charge TMs, in order to give your Pokemon these. I definitely recommend it on these two Pokemon. If it is a Shadow Pokemon, because that gives it a little bit extra oomph.
Oomph.
And yeah, the Community Day Special Research Story, they're giving it another name for once. Slippery Swirls, which is actually a cool name. For US $1 or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency, you'll be able to access the Poliwag Community Day exclusive Special Research Story. And if you don't know, that does give you a Poliwrath, a Politoed, and a Poliwag, and I believe the second evolution too.
It will depend.
Poliwhirl?
It will depend on the
Yeah,
research,
I'm
but most
not
likely
sure.
during split evolution stuff, that's usually what they do, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the tickets that you usually get. That is the more performant one, of course, for the $1 equivalent price and all that. Which you can gift if you want to. Also, a shiny check. No. Okay.
What bird? Moltres?
Yeah, no, Zapdos. But yeah, so that's the first part of the event. The second part of the event bonuses. Chris, how about you continue on?
Ooh. You were just talking about this. 1/4 egg hatches egg distance. Only when the eggs are placed in the incubator during the event. So if you collect a lot of 10Ks, 14K, 12, 14K.
That's amazing.
Eggs.
That will be amazing.
Dude, yeah, they got even harder to hatch Pokemon. And then you got 2 times candy for catching Pokemon, which is great since we got a branch evolution. 2 times chance for trainers level 31 and up to receive candy extra large from catching Pokemon. Remember to do your megas. I would definitely recommend any mega water type. Lure modules activated during the event will last for 3 hours. That does not count gold lures, just a heads up. Incense, excluding daily adventure incense, activated during the event will last for 3 hours. Take a few snapshots, 5, during Community Day for a surprise. And then 1 additional special trade can be made for a maximum of 3 for the day. What? And then trades will require 50% less Stardust. Oh, okay. So while most bonuses are only active during the 3-hour period, these bonuses will be active from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. local time. That is only for the trades.
And the Stardust.
So the trade
And the Stardust.
and the less Stardust for the trades.
Yeah.
So if you did not get a hundo during the comm day, I definitely recommend doing all the trades you can afterwards.
Yeah. No, definitely recommend it for this Pokemon. It does seem to be a very viable Pokemon for all leagues, except for probably Master League. But just how strong it looks to be powerful. We already know that it's powerful enough.
I mean, now that it has counter, it may have a little bit more play. Because I know Machamp has some play in Master League. Do
Well,
I think it's going to be great?
Poliware actually,
Probably not.
or Poliwrath, sorry, actually has some liability in the Ultra Premier.
Yeah, I definitely just think it makes it stronger in the leagues it's already in,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, definitely. Like it tops notches in the end of the day. But really, a good Pokemon is something that you really do want to go ahead and hunt for if you are available to play this event. Once again, Time Research will be awarding King's Rocks, available through the time period of 2 to 10 p.m. Field Research stacks will encounter all the Pokemons mentioned in the blog post, plus some King Rocks, Ultra Balls, and more. Some stickers, cute little stickers of Poliwrath everywhere. Cutie. And then, of course, if you look through the events details that goes through. We also did keep forgetting about the 4-star raid battles afterwards. I really do feel like that maybe they need to switch this one up because, again, 4-star race is not bad. I guess for people who actually aren't able to play throughout the event, it just doesn't feel compelling these days to do, you know?
It's kind of weird because I feel like people don't really want to do them if they got shinies already. I think the thing that really sucks is people can't remote in.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that should change if you're remoting in is just don't let people get spawns from anywhere. Just do it around the raid.
It does
So
help.
like the people that go in won't get anything.
It does help the trainer that has not been able to do it, but at the same time, of course, it helps the trainer when you do it yourself too. So it actually does help anybody if you think about it. But we'll see how it goes when it comes down to it. But that's cool, and they say the least. But it's Community Day. We did actually thought when they're gonna announce it. I guess they did. We only got a couple weeks to prepare.
Yeah. I think you said before Squirtle, you're like, when are they gonna announce the next one?
I know, right?
I was like, what do you mean the next one? We got Squirtle.
I know, right? I thought that was going to be enough at this point. But it's a Sunday too, so that's pretty cool. Well, not really an event, but it is actually a special research. So this last few days has been Prime Day for Amazon Prime. If you have Prime, you can actually buy things at a discounted price. However, though, Pokemon Go did actually do what's called a Prime item or Prime event. When it comes down to it. So you get free limited partner research available for Prime Amazon Prime members. So if you link your Pokemon Go account to your Prime Gaming account, you can get those things however you can. And you get a special research, which actually features Pikachu, Pelipper, and Delibird. And that's an interesting one, when I say the least. If you actually go to the research tags, one surprise encounter per day with either Pikachu, Pelipper, and Delibird, and that goes snapshot.
Oh my gosh.
You also get a time research, which actually it's a good long ass time research. It's like 40 days or something. But regardless of how it may be, you can get the T-shirt for the Go Fest early. Actually, I did already get that, so let me just show it to you guys. Where is the tops? There is the shirt for the Go Fest. Ta-da! I got it. I look cool with a hat. I'm ready to rock and roll for Go Fest, y'all. But it's only available from the start of already Prime Day to August 15th. So if you want to actually get Prime, which a lot of people can get Prime free or free Prime for 30 days. So that's how I did it. That's how I got it, and now it's ready to go. Chris, go get your Prime membership.
Well, yeah, I already got Prime.
You got Prime research?
I didn't get to research it.
Go get the research then. Okay. But yeah, so anybody with Prime, again, you can get it for 30 days for free, and then you'll be basically be able to get all of this. There's also another research already ongoing.
Yeah.
I think it's ending for the last few days.
I just saw that.
And it's for
Golden Raz and Mysterious Components.
That was, I think, for either the Go Rocket event or it's one of the events, in regardless. But yeah, free items. But you can never go wrong with that when you do free stuff. And then another exciting thing happening pretty soon is Adventure Week. So we actually got a lot of news today for that reason. Adventure Week returns for another fossil-centric event. Trainers, adventurers, however you want to call it, rock type and fossil Pokemon are everywhere. Must be that time of year again. Adventure Week is soon will be upon us. Get ready to catch and hatch your favorite ancient Pokemons. In a groundbreaking new development, Mega Tyranitar will also emerge for the first time. because Drowsy's here. In Pokemon Go, be sure to take on this colossal Pokemon or colossal power in Mega Raids during the event. And for the first time in Pokemon Go, you'll be able to encounter Shiny Tyrum and Shiny Amora if you're lucky. Tyrum and Amora hatched from X during the event will have a greater chance of being a shiny Pokemon than Tyrum and Amora found in the wild. So Adventure Week debuts. Mega Tyranitar can be shiny now. That is amazing. Wild encounters. Omanite, Kabuto, Aerodactyl, Lilipep, Aerorats, Caranidos, Shieldon, Tirtuga, Archen, Tyrum, and Amora. And yes, every single one of the spawns from the event will be shiny available. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a pretty loaded 7K pool.
The 7K pool, just like we about to talk. Tyrock, Tyrum, Amora, Archen, and Tortuga. I don't know how I can say those names onto Tyro already.
I need all.
I know, right? Aurora Adventure. So keep an eye on the horizon. Trainers will find a callable surprise if they look to the skies during the Adventure Week. I assume it's the Aurora sky that we had back then in the day. Shiny Tyrum for GoFest too. That's actually pretty cool to know because that will be something that will be spawning pretty soon during GoFest next month. Field Reach stacks will award you with things like Almasar, Kabuto, Scradelli, Armaldo, Tyron, and Amora. Hopefully it's not a lot of walking, but we'll see how it goes. Paytime research will for $2 you can get the paytime research. Will award you with things like a 2 incubator, super incubator, and encounter with eventing Pokemon. So I'm pretty sure all the Pokemon will be available at that point. It does expire, so make sure you finish it and start it and finish it before the 1st of August. Free time research will also be available. It will ask trainers to choose between exploration or research focused task. So another branch research when it comes down to this. Please note that the time research does expire, and of course before August 2nd, before the event ends. Event bonuses will have 2 times experience for spinning Pokestops, 5 times experience for spinning Pokestop for the first time. And
I'm hitting 50.
And half hash distance when eggs are placed in the incubator. My man is about to use all his lucky eggs for this event. Collection challenge and Adventure Week collection challenge is coming. Completed to earn things like encounters with Tyron and Amora, and as well as Stardust. Raids. They don't mention 1 or 3-star race in here. They just mention 5-star race. We have Regidrago, which I don't know. Well, I guess it's a fossil Pokemon if you think about it. And then Mega Raids will have Mega Tyranitar. I'm excited. This is actually a really good, exciting event. I think Adventure Week has always been an exciting time for trainers out there anyways.
The fact that you can pretty much guarantee they're going to throw in a new fossil shiny is always good.
But that's the thing.
It's always something to look forward to.
We are about to be ending the fossil grind pretty soon because after this we have 4 more fossils in Generation 8.
You know what they can do? They can drag them out.
What were the fossils in Gen 6, 7?
I know there is one that didn't have any. Yeah, you mean Sun and Moon? Sun and Moon didn't have any.
So Sun and Moon and Paldea doesn't have anything, right?
No, Paldea just has the Paradox.
Yeah.
So they might do something with the Paradox.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll drag those out.
Well, regardless of how it may be, there are 4 more fossils after this, and that will be the end of the fossil adventures for a while until at least Pokemon decides to bring more fossils into the future. Or the past. I don't know how you look at it. So that's going to be interesting. I guess we still got a couple more years with this for that reason, but that's pretty much it. However, it's super exciting to know that things like Tyrum and Amora, which now it's been a full year since they've been released at this point, seeing their shiny forms come out for the very first time. I know Tortuga, it's actually like a chase for a lot of people, so that's definitely something that I'll be looking forward. Archen, I do have the shiny from an egg, so I mean, I can't complain. But even seeing like things like Crydus or Shieldons, I think I'm still missing either a Lilliput or an Aeronaut shiny. I think Aeronaut is the one that I'm missing the most. Oh yeah, I don't have a shiny Aeronaut. After all these years.
Really?
After all these years, I don't have one.
Yeah, hopefully you get one this event. I'm sure people got some to trade you though.
Gotta look for your own first, right?
That's fair.
That's the hunt. But again, super excited. Adventure Week. They really gave us the news a little bit more early, but I guess because the next event, the sleeping thing, is not happening in only the weekend, so they got to give us more for the rest of the week. But yeah, any more thoughts about this event, Chris?
Just looking forward to hatching a bunch of eggs to try and get one of the new shinies. Honestly, I need all four of the ones in the eggs. Was it 2K or 7Ks?
7K eggs.
That's the 7Ks? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be hatching 7Ks then.
Oh yeah, that's a for sure. But that's not all, because the egg enthusiasm over this event is not over until it's over. We have early news for Riolu Hatch Day. This is coming from our partner, content creators, but we're gonna go ahead and refer to LeakDoc here for our information. So Riolu Hatch Day, which we knew it was an event that was coming, for Saturday, July 22nd, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. So it's a 3-hour event only. So how the event is gonna work? This is how it is. The bonuses will be increased chance of hatching shiny Riolu, 2 times Stardust from hatching X, and then 2 kilometer X will drop more frequently from Pokestops. So Riolu will be hatching from 2 kilometer X throughout this event. Make sure you start walking those 3 days. However, they will not give you hatch distance or anything, so you're gonna be hatching a lot either for super incubators or regular incubators. So good luck on the next 2 kilometers each time. They did say that Riolu would presumably be featured in 2 kilometer X. It may not be the only Pokemon hatching from 2K Omega X. We'll see how it goes when they announce morely of the event. Shiny Pokemons, of course, Riolu and Lucario. Well, mostly Riolu. But I guess they really want to amass us with shiny Riolus before GoFest, when we have shiny Riolu spawning in the wild, right?
Honestly,
I'm definitely hunting this event for 2 reasons. One, I still don't have a shiny. Well, actually, I did hatch a couple of shiny Riolus. I just don't have a good one yet, and I'm looking for the Hundo.
you want that Shundo.
I need that Hundo Shando. I can definitely tell you that that's something that I need 100%, no matter what. So, but yeah, that's the as much information that we have about Riolu Hatch Day. Maybe they'll add more information in the future few days. I think 10 days from now. I think, now that I think about it, yeah, 10 days from now. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Then what else we got there, Chris? That's it, right? That's it for the news? That's it for all the
Yeah, that's it for the normal research topics.
research topics of the week. It's done. Chris, how about we talk some PvP? Good, right, here we go. I've actually been enjoying Go Battle League. The Master Premier and the Master Open League are, of course, my coup de grace. So I definitely have been grinding those, and I'm actually close to rank 20. I'm actually excited to reach rank 20 for the first time in a while.
Ooh.
How you doing on that, Chris?
Yeah, I always recommend to people that get to rank 20 at least to try and get that free chance at a legendary. Right now I'm sitting at rank 20. I've just been doing like 2 or 3 sets a day to try and get what I can. Now it's like oh, I hope I get a shiny, I've been liking Retro Cup personally.
Yeah, no, definitely has some niche when it comes down to it. I'm the Master League guy, you're the Great League lag. I may actually start grinding it up a little bit more, just because it's the first time in a while since I actually reached rank 20. I want to see if I can get any more than that. We'll see how it goes. I'm not looking to be legend, because I feel like that grind will just break my brain.
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
I definitely wish you the best of luck. And yeah, we don't want to see bad leads.
No, definitely not. And there is a little bit of an update to the grassroots PvP. Now, we mentioned before in the last few months that Silt Arena and Silt.gg will actually be closing the stores pretty soon. It's actually a couple of weeks from now they're closing their stores. However, the community has actually pulled together, and they're about to announce more about the Zygarde project that we had. Now, what I'd like to actually point out, and I'm actually going to show it to you guys here on the screen, Zygarde will now be called Zygarden. So enter the Zygarden. As previously announced, Project Zygarde was always set to be a temporary name. We appreciate all of the feedback and suggestions for naming this new community venture, and we are happy to announce the Zygarden as the official branding. Zygarden takes two teams and melds them together seamlessly for the Battler community. Zygarde is a Pokemon Zygarde is a Pokemon who is strong in small forms, but when all 100 parts come together, forms something truly powerful like our community. This garden will not be walled off. We are not the single monolithic structure for the entire community to surround. Our mid to long term plan is to allow each community to have a public leaderboard and allow draft leagues, stadium, and other communities host their own metas, events, tournaments, and series, all within one website. No supplementary spreadsheets required. And then, of course, we'll have more news in the future, how you can affect the future of monthly metas in Pokemon Go PvP. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited when it comes down to it, because it just seems that regardless of how we look like, we're never going to go away from what we call grassroots PvP in our lives. This will be a place for us to practice, play, win prizes, however they basically look like it, because you're going to be the one to really put in the effort for the tournament play out there.
Yeah, a lot of very prominent figures in Pokemon Go PvP are helping putting this together, so I'm very excited. A lot of people I know, a lot of people we see every day, so I definitely think this is going to be very exciting for everybody.
Yep, no, definitely. So I'm excited. Hopefully, I'll keep an eye out for more grassroots PvP information from Zygarden. But I do even like the name and all that stuff, so that's pretty cool regardless of how you look at it. That's one. And then last one, actually, before we end, I completely forgot that the final Silt Arena tournament, the Worlds or Continentals, will be happening pretty soon. The invites are out, and the casters are in. So if I go to Silt Arena, we have more information about the end of the season. Continental casters. We have many different names out there. Names that we have actually listened to from a while, and people who have actually been part of the community, especially in the Play Pokemon community. Our one and only Speedish Chief will also be a caster. 20 Butters, Enhuff. We have a lot of names. I'm actually going to show it here on the screen real quick. We have a lot of names for many different regions. We have, of course, the early regions, the New York, or the not New York, but the North American, APAC, and Latin. Wonderful people that seems to be working all together. We even have special people that will help out throughout the competition and everything like that. So I definitely think that let's go out with the bam. Finally, for the final time for Silt Arena. During August 1st, and I think that's because we're actually closer to the next podcast at that point, maybe August 1st or August 2nd, we'll do a final homage to Silt Road in the Silt Arena. But for now, keep an eye out, look for any more information for both Zygarden and, of course, the Silt Arena when it comes down to it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right, Chris?
Yeah, nothing else I can really think. I do want to mention when they did the update, there's been some issues with using the Pokemon Go Plus. I know a lot of people have been experiencing that.
Same.
I mean, I'm able to get it working sometimes, but like you really got to finagle it. For those of you that don't know, it's because they had to try and make it so you could actually connect the Pokemon Go Plus.
Yeah.
So
one thing that I would recommend, probably, and because of the next update or something coming up, is that try to reconnect all your devices. Try to reset all your devices until you have a more handle to it. However, I believe Pokemon Go proper is actually aware of the situation. Hopefully, they'll fix it before the next update, but we'll see how it goes. And one last thing, of course. We understand that Pokemon Go Plus may seem like a steep money to actually grab. We're not saying that you should grab it. We're just saying that it greatly increases the way that you play the game. One thing about the Go Plus is that it will automatically catch Pokemons and Poketops for Pokeballs. However, if you use Great Balls or Ultra Balls, you're actually going to have to click on the little thing. So it's a more interactive device in some ways. And it's quite big. So be careful with it in the end of the day.
Yeah, the way I look at it, I'd feel more comfortable running the Go Plus Plus while running in Adventure Incense, for example.
Yeah.
Because would you rather throw a Pokeball at a Galarian Bird or an Ultra Ball? Easy choice for me.
Easy choice. For sure.
So, if you're able to, I would definitely recommend getting it.
Yeah, definitely. With that being said, thank you so much for everybody for listening to the podcast today. Let's get to that. You can always listen us to any of the podcast services feeds, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, many of those places. If you can leave us a review, we would greatly appreciate it. Follow our social media for any changes. Pure Let It Go for myself. Pokemon Trigger Please. That's PKMN Trigger Please with a Z at the end. Purified Podcast for anything Pokemon Go related news. If you want to talk to us or send us an email, I would greatly appreciate it. purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. You're also welcome to join our Discord. It's free. Anybody else can really come through it. That'd be fine. Thank you so much. And don't forget to check us out at theprofessornetwork.com/Purified Podcast or purifiedpodcast.com. Thank you so much, everybody. Chris, I'm going to go sleep now. Take us away for the night, please. Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Hope you guys are excited for Pokemon Sleep as our man Pure Letter is. Hope you guys are looking forward to the next few events we got going on. And we'll catch you guys next week where hopefully we got even more news for you. Get out there, get catching, get hatching, get exploring. And we'll see you guys next week with even more Pokemon Go news. Peace out, guys.
Keep purifying them, catch some C's, and we'll see you guys next time.